wash off 44 pairs of socks and have them hanging on the line. I can start you on 2 dozen shirts before you can count from 1 to 9. I can scoop up a great big dipper full of lard from the dripping can. Throw it in the skillet, go out and do my shopping and be back before it melts in the pan. 'Cause I'm a woman, W-O-M-A-N. I'll say it again. I can rub and scrub this old house till it's shining like a dime. Feed my baby, grease my car and powder my face at the same time. Get all dressed up, go out and swing till 4 a.m. and then lay down at 5, jump up at 6 and start all over again. I'm a woman, W-O-M-A-N. I don't think they heard me that time. Come on. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. You better believe I'm W-O-M-A-N.
Hi, it's Ronnie from Above the Basement, Boston Music and Conversation. We are listening to Melinda Doolittle singing I'm a Woman in 2007, with a voice that transcends not only genres but generations. It is fitting that Melinda has come back as a special guest performer for the 3rd time with our friends at the Boston Children's Chorus. We sat with Miss Doolittle just before the BCC's final performance of the season at the iconic Wang Theater. The theme for this concert was Lift Every Voice, with gratitude and celebration of the women in our lives, past, present, and future. While Chuck was taking the day off celebrating 2 young women in his life as they performed and danced, I was joined by friend and ATB co-host Ike Walker. Ike and I had the honor to share the mic with a couple of super women of the future, our own daughters, and BCC singers Izzy and Abby.
So here's our conversation with Melinda Doolittle, along with my friend Izzy, her dad, and my dad. Recorded at the Bach Center's Wang Theater in Boston, Massachusetts.
Thank you for coming here at the BCC again.
Oh, of course. This is my happy place.
And it was 2012 you started with the BCC, I think, right?
I don't know years. Yeah. I'm really bad at that. But I know that this is my, I think, third time getting to sing with the BCC. And it is literally one of my favorite things to do, hands down. Dr. TK. Dr.
Anthony Tresick King,
yes.
Who's the director of BCC, right?
Yes. Yep. He and his wife Melanie have just become dear friends at this point. So it's just as simple as him texting, being like, hey, I want you to sing with the kids again. And I'm like, I'm in. It's really that quick because it's great. Just something so special to me.
So it's not a surprise that we're on the heels of a Symphony Hall concert that was about She Persisted.
Yes.
And so we're bringing the theme forward really to talk about not just women, but about connections and about overcoming social problems in the world.
Yes.
We just heard you sing Sisters Are Doing It for Themselves in the Hallway. How did that set the tone for the evening? How did it feel?
Oh my goodness. Are you kidding me? I mean, first of all, they're introducing a sisters choir right now, which is like the moms and the aunts and the sisters of some of the kids. And so it's so powerful because everyone's on that stage giving it all they've got. So I can't believe I get to be a part of that. So there's just an energy, and if you know me at all, you know that I will be dancing everywhere, probably messing people up because I always get in their face and then they're like, what am I singing?
Whatever you do, don't look at Melinda. Just close your eyes.
But it's just, I think it's just so powerful, and it's what we need right now. And I think music has always had a way of speaking what mere words just cannot. There's just something about music being coupled with your words that just gives it a new power. And with that many people on stage singing that, I mean, who can't be moved by it, So I'm very excited.
Yes, we got a little bit of a sneak peek. We spoke to Jason Holmes before, and so he told us a little bit. We heard about the sister choir. We heard about some of the songs you're going to be singing, so
awesome.
We're very excited about it. So I wanted to ask you a question. I'd seen a quote that you said about American Idol, because you were on American Idol.
I was.
And the quote said that not only did American Idol change your life, but you thought it changed our culture. I don't know if you remember saying that, but I was really intrigued by that. So I was wondering, what your thoughts were there.
And that, by the way, was 2007. I know.
Yes.
Wow, that was
That's right. You don't remember your years,
yes.
so we'll have to.
2007.
Ron's
Thank
got
you for
years.
helping with the years. I kind of remember that year, just a tad. I know I said that. I don't remember when I did, but I know I said it because I feel like American Idol was kind of that first show that allowed America to go ahead and vote and give their voice to something.
Yeah.
And I think it was kind of a good and a bad thing to a certain extent, because you have people who have never sung a note in their lives voting on whether or not you can.
Right.
And it's so interesting. It's made us all kind of armchair experts.
Yep.
And sometimes that goes well and sometimes it doesn't. But it did kind of expose us to being a part of something and being a part of something together. And I think that is the beautiful thing about it.
Yes, I do love that. It's such a shared experience in a way that we don't have as much,
right.
In our modern culture, that, tonight when everybody's in the theater together, that's a wonderful shared experience.
Exactly.
But, on television, everybody's streaming and things like that. The idea that everybody's watching American Idol when it's live so you can vote, and that's like still a shared moment.
Yeah.
Well, exactly. And we used to watch live TV all the time, and having American Idol and other things like that are live, like a baseball game, it's like a novel concept. It's like, wow, we're all doing this together, like Ike said, So we have two guest hosts with us on Above the Basement.
Yeah.
And I wondered if they had some questions for Miss Doolittle. What do you think? First of all, remind me your name and how old you are, that kind of stuff. And who are you singing with?
Hi, my name's Abby, and I am 11 years old, and I'm in the West End House Training Choir.
Awesome.
Hi, I'm Izzy. I'm 11 years old, and I'm in the West End House Training Choir here at BCC.
Awesome.
So tonight is a tribute to women who are heroes. We call them sheroes. Who is your shero in your life?
My shero is actually my mommy. My mom is just my rock. She always has been. She's a strong woman. She raised me as a single parent. And so it's literally just been the two of us since before I was 1 year old. So she just moved in with me about a year and a half ago. And I'm so happy to have my mommy around. And I take her on the road with me sometimes if I can. And she just embodies what it's like to be strong and not to let any adversity stop you. So anytime things were hard, her attitude is what changed the picture for me and what helped me to see the good in things instead of looking for the bad first. And she remains my hero to this day, my shero.
What was it like to you performing at the White House in 2007?
Oh, wow. First of all, one of the coolest things ever, of course. I was so excited. And one of my favorite parts of being a part of that is that before we even sang, there was a dinner in the state dining room, and President Bush at the time, he came up with the seating charts and he sat me right next to him because he wanted to know what it was like to be on American Idol. And so we talked over soup and dinner about the judges, what Simon was really like, and all of that. And it was maybe one of the coolest experiences ever. And then I got to sing Somewhere Over the Rainbow with an amazing children's choir that just completely blew me away. And it was quite the experience. I was so nervous. I was shaking like a leaf, but I'm so glad I got to do it.
All right, we have another question.
I'm ready.
When you think back to your American Idol days, what is the song that comes to mind that makes you smile the most?
Oh, that makes me smile the most. That's a great question, first of all. Gosh, I think I'm going to have to give that to I'm a Woman. Being on American Idol was very scary for me, and so I would always be really nervous backstage. And something about that song empowered me to just, walk it out and give it everything I had. And I think I needed that to kind of take me to the next level of performance even, is just have some fun and get in Simon's face and sing it to him, like that kind of thing. And it also, I used to be a background singer before I went on American Idol, and that song in particular had the background singers featured at the end, and so I got to include them and walk back to them and kind of be one with them. And so for me, I needed that just for that strength.
That gives me kind of a chill to hear. Because there's, you probably saw 40 Feet from Stardom or whatever the movie was. Yes. But to have that bond with them of the years that you work and you're incredible singers and of a support team. Exactly. But then for you to be literally under the spotlight, to have that kind of nod to them.
It was pretty huge for all of us, because I think I had been so comfortable being a background singer that me stepping out was really scary. Yeah. And they knew that and were so kind to me the entire time, because we were like sisters in this. And so they were... The
sisters are doing it for themselves.
Exactly. Yeah. So they were way supportive. And I was like, can I walk back to you and sing with you? And they were like, please come. We'll give you all the strength you need. And so that song was literally a song that I repeated later on, and even sang when I got voted off, because I needed that, and I still had my women with me even when I got voted off.
Oh my gosh, what a just a beautiful story for this evening tonight too.
Definitely.
I think Izzy has one more, right?
I'm ready, Izzy.
Millions of people got to know you on American Idol in 2007. Tell me a fact about yourself that your fans would find surprising.
Oh, that's a really good question too. Okay, wait, that's hard. Okay. That my fans would find surprising, that I don't like crowds at all. Like, I don't like big groups of people. So,
like if you're in like a train station type of thing, or
really
more
anything. It's almost just humorous that this is my job. Like that my job is with an audience, because like people make me nervous. And so like really anything over 4 people and I freak out. So the fact that I'm singing for thousands is a little freaky for me. And
well, it says a lot, because music has made many people overcome many things, and it doesn't matter what your challenges are, whether it's personal or social or something else. I think it says a lot about your connection to music. It almost doesn't surprise me that your craft and your incredible talent is actually gets you to do that.
Right. It's true. Yeah. Music can make me do what nothing else can. It gives me energy that nothing else does. It gives me courage that nothing else does. So music for me is just a godsend.
That's wonderful. So you brought up your past as a background vocalist.
Yes.
So I'm curious, performing with the BCC, with the children's chorus today, which is kind of a really big group of background vocalists. I'm curious, for Izzy and Abby and everybody in the audience, what are some of the commonalities of singing in a chorus versus being a background vocalist, and what are some of the differences?
Well, what I love about the BCC is that they work on blending with each other, listening to each other, and being a part of something bigger than yourself. And that literally is what being a background singer is. You're listening to other people. You are manipulating your voice to make a certain sound. Like he will even ask Dr. Anthony Tressick King will even ask you, to give a more round sound or a flat sound. And that kind of thing is the stuff that you have to listen for as a background vocalist.
That's right. Yeah.
Is just changing your voice to fit a situation. And then being, basically, you guys are like the rock of what is happening. You guys are the bed that the artist gets to lay on when they go on stage. And it's such a great, great thing to have created.
You're standing on their rock.
Yeah. Cool. I get to stand on what you guys have created, which is so powerful for me, because I need that. I need that underneath me to really give everything I have. And I can feel it when I don't have it on stage, which happens often. But to have the BCC behind me is just something so wonderful for me. And it gives me just a new courage, too. I don't get as scared when I've got 200 people on stage with me.
Yeah.
Because I've got people.
Before we hang it up, what's next for you in general? What are you working on?
I am actually working on my next record right now. Cool. So I'm very excited about that because it goes with the show that I've been touring recently.
Great American Soul Book.
Yes.
Right.
So it's all classic soul music, and it's the music that has a message behind it, like the Marvin Gayes and the Sam Cookes and the Aretha Franklins and Gladys Knight and that kind of thing. And so I'm recording that record right now, still touring. I'm actually getting ready to get on a ship on the Norwegian Escape and do the Broadway show after midnight. I get on the ship tomorrow. So I'm getting ready to do that for the next 8 weeks.
Wow.
And
do you need backup singers on the ship? Or not?
They do have a wonderful cast on stage with me, which is
that's great.
Then I'll do my own show once a week on the ship. So it's a really great experience. And then I do symphony shows, and I'll be recording my next record.
Well, we'll look for it. It's melindadoolittle.com.
That's it.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. And girls, those were great questions. Thank you.
We'd like to thank Melinda Doolittle for sharing her time and talents with us, and thank you to all the staff at the BCC. Please check out what they are up to and how you can support this very important organization at bostonchildrenschorus.org. And many thanks to Ike Walker for sitting in for Chuck, and of course our special Women of the Future co-hosts, Izzy and Abby. Please visit us at abovethebasement.com, where you can join us on Patreon, sign up for our newsletter, listen and subscribe to our podcast, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and look at all the nice pictures we post on Instagram. We are everywhere. On behalf of Chuck and myself, thanks for listening. Tell your friends, and remember, Boston music, like its history, is unique.
We would like to take a quick second to appeal to you to subscribe to this podcast, Above the Basement. There are many really good reasons to subscribe, but I'll tell you just 2 of them. You never have to check to see if we have new episodes, as they are automatically listed on your podcast app, and it doesn't cost you anything. Just go to abovethebasement.com/subscribe, where we have links to all the major podcast apps, including iTunes, Stitcher, Radio Public, and more. There are instructions there on how to subscribe, or you can just click on one of the subscribe buttons. If you already have a podcast app on your phone, for the most part, you can just open the app and you will see a magnifying glass on the interface. Tap on that and type Above the Basement. You should see us right at the top. Tap on the subscribe button and you are done. And while you are there, please write us a nice review. Subscribes and reviews in the podcast universe are an important piece to reaching more listeners, so please take 15 to 20 seconds and help spread the word about ATB. Thank you for your support.